So Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you had a beautiful festive break, and I hope that this year is a great one for you. And the theme of this session is to really think about how we can help that along a bit, create this year that we really want to have, create all the wellness, the well-being, and the great things in our life. Not at all from an intention setting space, resolutions, any of that, because I think sometimes we can have these grand wishes and then we can just find ourselves disappointed and not really believing in our own creative abilities. So for me, this is more about coming back to center and balance. So I have a bit of a confession to make. I haven't been keeping up with my meditation practice. After many years of practicing daily, I have to admit it's been knocked off course. I had a bit of an emotional upheaval around the time of autumn of 2022, and I found that this kind of got me a little bit resistant to my internal practice. Partly, I guess, because of what I might find when I went a bit deeper internally. I know from experience and practice that that is actually a really beneficial thing to do when you're feeling a bit unwell, is to go deeper and look at that and sit with it a bit and validate it, which was the last session I shared for 2022, which was about validating everything we'd been through, which then enables it to move. But I think the resistance for me was more that I was getting very caught up in my thoughts and my emotions. Because my emotions were so strong, it was very difficult for me to detach from them. And that got me thinking that this is a really common thing that happens to us all, right? Something happens, something upsets us, we get heartbroken, we get disappointed in some way. And it's very difficult to distance ourselves from those emotions. This isn't to say that your feelings aren't valid or justified, because they are. Our emotions are always a guide, that compass point that show us where we're headed, how we're feeling right now. But they're not necessarily always facts, nor are our thoughts, but they kind of fuel each other. So this is all very simple stuff that we all know, but when we're living in it, it's very difficult for us to navigate away from. So what I wanted to do is put together a very short practice that will help us reset for the new year and bring us back to the present moment. That's a moment beyond our thoughts and our emotions, because that is the key here. The key to us living a healthy and productive and creative life is to bring everything back to the moment, which is what mindfulness and meditation teaches us. It's all about taking that power back, taking that empowerment back, not allowing worries of our future to overwhelm us or what's been. We often have patterns, all of us do this. We'll have a tendency to either cling to the past or worry about the future, or sometimes, a little bit of a mix of both, looking at what's happened in the past and just expecting it to repeat, as I have done. And actually, our most empowered state is allowing life to unfold from us and strengthening ourselves today. And so this practice is about resetting those boundaries, bringing our power back to us, bringing our thoughts and feelings into a more manageable state so that we can move forward and feel positive. So we've done practices like this before, but my intention for today's is to make this a really short practice, so that if you're like me and you've got out of the habits of meditating regularly, this is a nice short practice to enable you to build it back into your regular routine. It doesn't have to be daily, but perhaps just a bit more regularly, and then build the length that we're practicing up from there if that feels right for us. So I will make sure that I put a timestamp in the description below, so that once you've heard this introduction and you want to repeat this session, you can do that really easily. Just by clicking on the timestamp, and it will take you immediately to the start of the session. So let's make a start. By now you're probably already in your usual meditation position, or if you're completely new to the practice, perhaps you'd like to adopt one now. So I'd like you to sit or lie comfortably, and if you're lying down, you're going to lie on your back, face up. Just if you're sitting down now, get a sense of the shoulders being nicely aligned over the pelvis and the back of the head aligned with the back of the pelvis as well. And imagine there's a cord pulling the crown of your head up to the ceiling, just tilting the chin slightly. Close your eyes, all of us, sitting or lying down. And let's just check in. How are you feeling today? How did you feel 10 minutes ago? How did you feel when you woke up? Probably a range of emotions. So let's just note that. And let's take the deepest breath that we've taken all day. It might be your first deepest breath of the whole new year. And when you're ready, when your lungs are full, just allow that to leave your mouth in a nice audible sigh. And breathe in through the nose, fill your lungs. And breathe out, sighing that out. And take one more of those. And as you breathe out this time, allow your shoulders and hips to relax a little bit more. So allow them to sink into the floor or sink lower into the seat. And just notice as your breath returns to you. Just start tuning into it. Just noticing your in breath, noticing your out breath. This is my in breath. This is my out breath. And notice what moves in your body as you breathe. Notice if your breath is naturally navigating to the belly. And let's just help that along a bit. Let's bring the hands to the belly and bring the breath to the hands. So, feeling the hands rise and fall with every deep in and out breath. At the top of the in breath, the belly is round and full, and you can feel it taut under your hands. And everything just falls back to center at the end of the out breath. The belly relaxed, and the hands relaxed too. And just continue in your own pace and rhythm for a few rounds now. Okay, now let's just drop that and notice how we feel. And let's keep our focus here at the belly, and you can keep your hands there. So get a sense of the feeling of the material of your clothing under your hands. Really feeling that, feeling the warmth, the texture. And then get a sense of the skin underneath that layer. And then go beyond to the muscle and the tissues and the venous systems and the nerves. And then get a sense of the organs. All the stuff that's hidden from view, but working for you right now, doing its job. No matter what you're thinking or feeling, it just carries on. All these intelligent systems of the body just carrying on, whatever you're doing. And now go a little bit deeper beyond the sense of your body. If you can, go as deep as you feel comfortable to, and you might be kind of just at the edge between the awareness of your body and a deeper awareness. Whatever works for you today, just go there. To a space beyond the physical and just resting more in the core of your essence now. And I'm giving you permission to do this, so let go. Trust your ability to do this and trust me. And once you're there, just rest there for a few moments now. And I really want you to connect with this sense of you being more than your body. This is a place beyond emotion and thoughts. And you are not your emotions. You are not your thoughts. But we can work with our thoughts and emotions in a positive way to bring us to an optimum state of balance and well-being. We really can do that. So get a sense here now of what you might need to do to enable that. Is it to be a bit more courageous in overcoming your thoughts, not allowing them to interfere? Or is it to monitor them, be really detached? Or is it to sit with your emotions but not let them completely overwhelm our daily activity? Or something else? Maybe you get some really specific guidance here about simply going for a walk or calling somebody, calling an old friend. What's best for your mental and emotional well-being today? And now what I'd like you to do is, from this place, I'd like you to just call back all the energy that you've put into your thoughts and feelings, whether well spent or misspent, over the last day, or maybe you'd like to call back all the energy that you've put into your thoughts and feelings over the last year, or season, or month, or week, whatever feels right and resonant to you. Or perhaps you'd like to call all the energy you've put into your thoughts and feelings in terms of a specific person, place, or project. Just calling it all back. It's not to say we don't care about this thing or it's not valid, but it's just all that energy of our wonderful, vibrant, creative minds. Just allowing it to return. It's yours, so take it back. And this just allows that little space to let go a little bit, to trust the process, to allow whatever's concerned you to unfold in the way it's meant to. And this could be from the past 24 hours or longer, you decide. Just call it all back to this place, allowing this to be bigger, deeper, fuller. And just notice how you feel as that all returns to you. And now let's just leave that. Let's just allow our experience of today's practice to be whatever it was. Maybe you found that really difficult to get into, or maybe you're there. But that's our experience today, and it's valid. So let's just allow ourselves to swim back up through the layers of our awareness, wherever we are with that today. Back from the sense of going beyond the body to back into the body, to the organs, the muscles, the tissues, the clothes, the temperature of the air on the exposed skin of the hands and face. The points of connection between you and whatever you sit or lie on. Coming back to your breath now. This is my in-breath. This is my out-breath. This is my in-breath. This is my out-breath. And let's make a commitment to ourselves today to be the master of our thoughts and emotions as much as we can. Just to check in and notice, is that really true for me? Is that really what's true for me? And wishing you a wonderful day of thoughts that support your well-being and mental health. And if you're lying down, roll over to one side, gently bring yourself to a sitting position, and when you're ready, blink your eyes open. And I really hope you enjoyed that session and it brings you all you need today.